Hello everyone, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my craft room, and today we're going to make this adorable card with a new release from Spellbinders called the Snow Garden. Let me show you what's in this release. Well, let's look at the card first. Isn't this adorable? We're going to do some reverse foiling here with some beautiful green foil. I love the bird and the sentiments. We're going to look at all of those. Look at these pine cones. We're going to make pine cones. That's what I did with the inside because I used my hex on the outside. So there's the card that we're going to make. Let's look at this collection. It's absolutely beautiful. I am an affiliate. All of the links are below this video for you to click on and order product. When you do that, I do receive a small commission at no cost to you, and I thank you so very much for clicking on the links. Okay, so this is now everything that when I receive things from Spellbinders, a lot of times it is in packaging like this because I get samples, okay? But of course, when you purchase, you'll get the beautiful Spellbinders packaging. So the Chickadee, the Hemlock cone, I have it out here, and the Chickadee, this is the bird. Now, of course, you can color it or whatever, but it said snow, and so I made it white, and I love this. This bough right here, you're going to be able to use this die on many, many, many cards. And then you have this little thing right here, and this is what makes our pine cone. We layer each and every one of these. That's so much fun. We're going to do that together. Let's see, we're going to cut foil and everything. But here is, okay, so first this is the hot foil plate that we're going to use. It's absolutely gorgeous. Has a beautiful pine cone here in the middle, and then all of the boughs coming out, some berries and holly and another pine cone. It's an absolutely gorgeous hot foil plate. So you'll see what this looks like when I foil it on the paper that we're going to use, and then we're going to use the negative foil to make the part that I want for this card today. Okay, so we looked at the bird and the sprigs and the little pine cones. I love the pine cones, guys. Now that's something right there. You're going to be able to use your pine cones all over the place. Let me show you this. I've been playing, of course. The Merry Christmas is absolutely stunning. Okay, and now I did this in green with white. But what I love about this is every single one, these are hot foil plates, every single one has shadow die. So that's how I got this cut out so perfectly with the Merry Christmas on that gold. We're going to do that. So, and then this sentiment says, may you be surrounded by all the things that bring Christmas cheer. This one has a little overfoiling on it, but honestly, to read this backwards, I had to foil it so that I could see what it said. I couldn't read the whole thing backwards. Anyway, so, and that has a shadow die. And then we have Season's Greetings. I love that. And a shadow die. And Believe. And a shadow die. I love that. I love these sentiments. Now, this is, if you love hot foiling, or if you're just getting into it, this would be a great sentiment pack for the entire Christmas season, I think. Okay, let's see. So we looked at everything. All right, let me get set up to start to foil. Actually, what we could do, let's do this really quick. Let's just do a little stamping. On the inside, I just have these two I used my Hexi-Gems right here. My Essential Hexi-Gems. I love this. I just like this style, this shape. I can do a lot with it. Some people can't. So just use a different shape, you know, which is fine. But I really like this. So I picked these two right here to layer on the inside. You could write your little saying, you know, hello from our family to yours, Merry Christmas. But it's if you're counting from the outside, it's the 4th and 5th one that I used to make this. And I just did red and white, okay? Now on the white one, I want to go ahead and stamp my little boughs that I found in a stamp set, in an old stamp set, which I've been using a bunch of. Like this type of stamp you could use like all through Christmas, right? So we're going to do the envelope, and then on the inside of the card right here, I'm just going to take a little green and this bough, and I know you guys probably have some type of a set that has this in it, some type of a Christmas bough. And I'm going to stamp it once, and then stamp it twice and turn it, okay? And I'm just going to come up this side, stamp it once, and then turn it. And that's it. Just like that. You get two different colors, and it just gives a little accent to the inside of the card. Let's go and put ahead and put some of this together. Now my card base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we'll use this as the inside. And like I said, you can write your little sentiment. And that's wonderful. Get my card base out here. Might as well just go ahead and put that in there, right? While we're working here. So happy to be here with you guys today. It is pouring outside. What a summer. And I know that all over the place you guys have had like extensive heat and this and that. Not here in Tennessee. We've had very, very little time in the pool that it has not. It's been very, very wet here. So, which is not fun. This is a piece of red cardstock, any kind of red cardstock, and I embossed it with, I had a wood grain embossing folder. So, which emboss it with whatever you'd like. This is going to look great behind our little chickadee. You could use a holly one, a Christmas one. I don't have a Christmas one yet, but it is on my list to order. So this month I'm putting in a nice little order of things that I want. So let's go ahead and put that here. I also have some nice things that we'll release in September from Spellbinders that is coming. In fact, I just got an email from them just not a minute ago that said that it had shipped. So, which is great. Okay, so inside, outside, let's go ahead and stamp our envelope. Now, before I did like a little stamping and then came across the top, I'm just going to come across the side here. And I'm going to do the same thing mimicking the inside. One full strength and then the second generation. That's what that's called. And then if you gave it a third stamp, that would be called the third generation of ink. Each time I do it, I just turn it. And that's it. And I just went up the side like that. Just something a little bit different on an envelope, right? Okay. Wonderful. Now, I'm going to break away and either I'm going to set up some hot foil and we will go ahead with that next. First, what I want to do is cut some foil. And I did purchase the holiday pack. Oh, do I have a piece already cut? Oh, that's nice. I do. I'm going to use this piece that's already cut, but let me show you what I do. We'll just cut one. I didn't realize I had one that was already cut. So this I got in a holiday pack. It had red, green, silver, and gold. I will link that below. If it is out of stock, click the notify me button and they will send you an email. Now this fits perfectly side to side like that. I like that. Pull that out a little bit and slice it right here. This is a quick trim. You've seen me use this before. This little plate right here sits up on some feet and allows you to slide that foil or paper underneath, and then you cut it really nice with this blade right here that is very, very, very sharp. And I always like to put it away as soon as I use it. Okay, I'm using Hammermill cardstock. This is absolutely gorgeous. What we're going to do here, let me put this away. All right, let's let this heat up. And when we foil, it's always pretty to pretty. So the pretty side of the foil to the pretty side of the paper. And then I have my Hammermill here. I have two pieces of Hammermill. I just cut one piece in half. It's 5.5 by 8.5. And I will then be using the solid hot foil plate, but this time for a solid hot foil plate, instead of using the square one, I'm going to use my Hexi-Gem. And that's how we're going to get that look that we have on this card, where we see more of the foil right there, okay? Isn't that pretty? That is so nice. Okay, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, my light came on, so now I want to go ahead and place everything on this platform. I want to place my hot foil plate. And remember, I said pretty to pretty, the pretty side of the plate to the pretty side of the foil, and then a piece of my Hammermill cardstock. and then my shims. Put the thin shim down first and then the spacer pad. Hit my timer button. That is a minute right there. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the Platinum 6. And I'll move some of these things out of the way. We need that, right? Let's do a little die cutting while we're at it, right? So go ahead and put these plates in. And I want to go ahead and die cut just the little chickadee in white because it's a snowbird. Okay, remember this is the snow garden, the sentiments, the hemlock, cones and chicks, and the what is this? The winter bough is what this is called. And now these are my pine cones. You wait till you see that. You're going to love making those. They're fun. And then I'm going to place down, let's see if I can fit this in here so I can cut everything at once. Surely we can. Oh, my foil's ready to go. I'm just going to rip that right there and put that there. And let's go through. And that's okay if that stays warm. I learned that in a seminar, or like a, I don't know, I guess we wouldn't call it a seminar. It's a class that Spellbinders gave. It's on YouTube. It's a 4-hour, it was 4 hours long, a lot of segments, but it was all about hot foiling. So that's what they said. And they're right. I'm going to undock this, and we're going to run this through slowly. Okay, when you hot foil, you're actually pressing the foil up into the paper, and that's why you want to take your time. I'm not going to roll it back through because I know my machine. And that's awesome. Okay, let's open this up here. Get my silicone mat. This comes with it when you purchase. And I'm just going to dump it because it's large. This is large. There we go. I'm going to redock this. And then I'm going to place my hex. Okay. Now the way that I know that this is the right side is because there's an indentation, just like the one on the rectangle one. But I want this shape. Okay. Now this should have cooled off by now, and look how gorgeous for a card front. And I will use this on a card front, okay? I will, but not right now. It's amazing that this is not the part that I want because it's absolutely stunning. There's no the foiling is perfect, okay? The foiling is absolutely perfect. Okay, so here I have this. Now I want to go ahead and use my negative foil. So pretty, here's my light, too pretty. Okay, let me get a piece of hammer mill right here, okay? And I'm just going to place it on top here. I'm going to push my light, my timer button, thin shim spacer pad on top. Okay, here we go. Let me move this aside, and I think, let's see, did I need another? I think I need some more things cut. So let's go ahead, and we're going to have to bring the platinum in anyway. I believe I need some more pine cones. I know I don't need another bird. That's good. I might need some more greenery. And I know I need more of my pine cones. So let's just go ahead and stick this right in here. Just like that. And I'll put this here. And let's see, let's do another one of these. Because I think I used some boughs from there. Oh, I'm ready over there too. Wonderful. We're just multitasking. You know how you do in your craft room, right? I'm going to roll this the other way. to make sure this pine cone is cut really well. It's intricate. I'm going to take this out and now roll it through. Now I'm on a solid hot foil plate, okay, even though it's the hex shape. I'm rolling it back. I really want, you know, that foil to adhere into that paper. So whenever I do solid, I go back and forth. Let's see. Here we go. Are you ready? Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? So now this I will throw away. You could use the corners, but I'm good. That's fantastic. We're going to cut that out in just a minute with those dies. Let's go ahead and do some more foiling. Let me plug this back in. I have a piece of just gold cardstock scrap, okay? And I need to put my Merry Christmas, but I want it in green on the gold. So I'm just going to hinge it right here with a piece of tape at the top. I'm going to pull this back. I'm going to make sure that I have enough surface area here that my shadow die will cover, okay? So that, you know, when I cut it out, it's good. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to flap that down. We are good all over. Make sure that there's enough foil, okay, at the top. I ran into this, so I thought I've got to pass this on. Make sure there's enough foil here at the top to where your shadow die will cut, okay? You need a little bit more. Don't take it right to the white, okay? So I'm pulling this back just a hair. Let's see, and I've done that wrong, right? Pretty to pretty, hello. Boy, I'm glad I saw that. Were you all screaming? You don't have it pretty to pretty. Pretty side of the foil to the pretty side of the plate. All right, there we go. Just like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. And I have it a little bit askew, you know, a little bit on an angle. Because then you don't run into speed bumps. You get a better foil when you put it on an angle, if you can, okay? If you can. Sometimes you can't, you know. So that is heating up. And we will cut this out. Let's see, where did I put those dies? Right here. I want a little bit of a white border, so I think it's the 5th one in from the, yeah. See how I get that little bit of a white border, because I want that to pick up the white bird. Now I'm hoping that these cut all the way through. If not, I would line them back up. Yes, they did. They did great. I would line them back up and cut them again. But yeah, see how intricate they're so thin through there? Sometimes they need a little help, you know, on any machine. But it seems like I did okay. Yep, did really okay with that, right? Oh, we're good here. Okay, let's see what we get with our, oh, it's such a surprise, you know. Whenever you do it, it's like, oh, let's see what you get. It's like opening up a gift every time. Nice and slow, good. One time, because I know my machine. You've heard me repeat and repeat it, I know. Everybody's machine is different. Okay. And I think, well, before I put it away, let's take a peek first, okay. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely. Now let me get my brush. I always have that around here somewhere. This is a very soft brush. A lot of times where there's a little bit of excess, and it's not like it's overfoiling, it's just kind of stuck up just because of the heat. I take the brush and I just kind of wiggle it around, and it takes that little bit off. And there's other ways to get other things off, but my A is not full. you know, and my E is not full, so I won't use any tape. This time it just needed the brush just to knock it off the top. Now I will use this and do a solid hot foil on this also at a later time, but I'm going to save that. You know me, I always save my waste foil, right? Because we always use it. So yes, now we can unplug this. Let me get it out of the way. And we'll bring this machine back. Our die cutting. Now we already have our bird. Let's see what we have here already. Cut out. Oh yeah, that came out really nice, right? So like I ran this back and forth, you know, because it was intricate. So I thought that was important. I cut two because I cut one apart. So I might have pinched off a little bough in there, but that's okay because I'm going to cut one apart. It's okay. Let me get these little guys out of here. Okay. And then I have this one. I think I need to make more of these, but I'll do that off camera as soon as we get some things cut out here. I'll show you how to put this together. Let's go ahead and shadow dye this. Now I could put two things on here right now, but I don't want to. I want to cut one thing at a time because I want it to look beautiful. I love this green and the gold, right? So pretty. I'm just going to kind of hold that right where I want it. Here's my plate. And away we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a beautiful sentiment. Really makes it pretty. But I love those dies. I absolutely love those dies. So, and I love the sentiments. I love the season's greetings and Merry Christmas. I like both of those sayings. I love believe, and I love the other one too. It has a lot of words in it that I couldn't read backwards. Here we go. I'm just going to cut this down. Okay. Now see, the overfoiling that I had here with the, because I had a big piece of paper, does not matter, because that's not what I'm going for. I was going for this. And I love that. Look at that green. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Here we go. Let me quickly, because I know I have to cut more, but let me quickly show you, this is so stinking cute, you're going to love it, how to put together a pine cone. So you have the entire cut here, okay? There's 6 of them. And you'll see they're a little graduated. Like this one's definitely smaller than those two. These two are definitely smaller than this one, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe they're 3 of the same size. That one's definitely smaller. But anyway, so take one, just start with one. And go ahead and add your glue. It really doesn't matter because you're going to layer this. This is what matters, is the layering. And you're just going to take one and place it on top. And rotate your, like the pine part of it, okay, the brown. Rotate your, I would say petals if it was a flower. But always make sure that they go in between each other, okay, because you want like a fullness in there of brown all the way around, if that makes total sense to you, okay? Let me hold that there. This one could come this way just a little bit. Okay, see? So you want like a little medallion of round. Doesn't have to be perfect, I promise, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and layer these. I don't know if this one looked a little larger, but whatever. Just keep layering and keep rotating them and filling in those little spaces, okay? And you're going to be like, wow, that's really getting thick. Yeah, It's okay. We're making a nice embellishment here. This is fun. And then here, now of course you can make a skinny one and just put 3 together. But I found you do this, okay, hold it together, and then you squish it. Just squish the sides up. And because of, and I made a pine cone, because of the layering that we've done and how we've alternated those little parts of the cone, this is what we get. And there's a pine cone. Isn't that adorable? Let's just do this one together. Okay, we'll do another one. Easy peasy. Just a little bit of glue. And really, the die cut does all the work for you. Alternate the little cone part. Again, whoop, with however that they go on top of each other. Alternate the cone part. That's what's going to make it look so stinking realistic. I can't believe it. But this is, you know, I mean, this is just Spellbinders doing its thing, right? We know they are definitely pay attention to detail. I will say that about Spellbinders. For sure. I don't know if it matters or not. But they're just kind of all little cattywampus parts, and just keep alternating them. That's all that you have to remember. This way it's nice and full. Now, wouldn't this look cute on a tag? These would make great tags, great Christmas tags. And you could just do a to and from. So like I kind of push it down in the middle and just kind of push everything up around my thumb. Just making sure the glue is still holding. And then I just squish the thing. Just squish it. That is just too much. And here's a pine cone. Just by squishing it. I love it. Okay, I need to make 3 more of those, and I'll be right back and we'll put our card together. Okay, I have all of my pieces and parts ready to go. And this is such a wonderful collection. So many things to do with it. Many other ways to use it, and you'll see that in future videos. The Snow Garden collection. I absolutely love the Hemlock and the Chickadees. Now, the card that I made first, this I put down flat. Let's see, I think I want that pine cone. I want that pine cone down, okay? And then I popped my little birdie up on this. But this time, I want to put this on with some foam. You guys know I'm always changing it up a little bit every now and again, right? Which makes it fun. So I'm just gonna, I just kind of decided to do this. Another piece here. I found foam squares and I just cut them into strips and then I use them. That was one time when I was cleaning out the craft room. There's all kinds of stuff in your craft room. You just have to clean to find it. And sometimes you just want to create and never clean, right? That's good. Okay, so I want my pine cone kind of going down, my little berries up there. And I'm going to center this right here. Isn't that pretty in that green? And it is that negative foil. If my lighting's not good today, it's because it's rainy and yucky out. Cloudy. But we're good. Okay, now I want to put my Merry Christmas. I already put my foam on that. And I'm going to just kind of put that down here, touching it but not going on it. So that's kind of what I wanted to do with my little chickadee there. Yeah. So I want to put one here. Let me get a square right there. And I want to support that little tail. So I'll just put a little piece there. Good. And we'll put it right here. Now, I let the bird for this one stay white, okay? But I have a video a while back where you can actually foil your die cuts. And I've made some foil paper, and then I cut some birdies out. I've already got some cards done. I think you're really going to like them. So, just letting you know about that. Okay, now these two, oh yeah, these two I just want to overlap. That's what that was. You would just want to, that's how that is right there. Just overlap it. No big deal, okay? And then you can even arc it a little bit if you want to. You can even cut another one and put more boughs in it. I think it's full enough. So I'm going to kind of go like that with it. You can also cut it again out of brown and cut these off and make the boughs green and then the stem brown. There's a lot of things you can do with this. You'll see me do it in other videos. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue right here. Just going to kind of put these guys together and just angle it a little bit. But I want to make sure here, you want to keep looking because you don't want to come off your card, right? Because then you won't fit in your envelope. But I'm good right there, see? Really good. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and put more glue back here. Now a lot of times when I do foiling, I don't like to use liquid, but this is not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to, and that's a good way to get a smudge on your foil. Make sure that your glue, you just want to place it and not move it and just let it stick. Okay? Let me get a block or two. Just like that. Okay? Now I'm going to leave the boughs loose. I want to take one of my little pine cones. They're so cute. Now this, I would almost suggest a little glue dot on. Liquid glue I think would hold it, but this might be just a little better to make sure you have good adhesion, because you're just asking for that one little spot right there to stick. So I'm going to put this right here by my Merry Christmas, and I'm going to pinch this up. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Okay, that's good. Let's get these three done. Any kind of a glue dot will work. I just had these. Put one here, and then I'm going to pinch it. As I'm pinching it up, I'm kind of pushing it down, pushing that glue dot down. You can't get any more. I mean, just pinch as much as you want. It's so fun. Whoop. When I first saw this set, I was like, oh, what are those? That's a wonky flower. And, and then I started looking, I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's not a flower. They're pine cones. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching my video today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am, because I'm in the craft room. Look how pretty that is. I love this because I pop that one up. And all the links are below if you'd like to place an order. Now's the time to get into glimmering. I'll put the link below. That machine is on sale for $127, although scrapbook.com right now does not have a percentage off coupon. So you might just want to put it in your cart and kind of hold, but you know, it is a sale price, so that's good too. Here is our card for today. Look how cute they came out. I love the pine cones. And we use some wonderful negative foil, Hexi-Gems. Very cute. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.